Hi, I'm Cooper with Diesel Power Products. In the shop today we have with us Project Patience. For those of you in the EcoDiesel community, you will totally understand the name of this. But what we have it in here for today is H&S Motorsports' new compound turbo kit. We'll be adding an S364 SXE into this engine compartment, hopefully upgrading some of those horse ponies down to those rear wheels so we can light off a smoke show for us and maybe go get some new tires because he's probably going to need them pretty quick. What it will entail is an initial dyno run, bone stock, so you guys can see what it put down with the 60 horse PPI tune. Then we're going to bring it back to the shop here, get all mad scientist in the engine compartment, mount up that beautiful kit, and then hide it away in this engine compartment. Mount up that beautiful kit, and then get it back to the dyno for some real world numbers. Follow along so you can see what we put down. One's our number. Time to get back to the shop and start working on it. Oh, well, it's nice and warm, just like we like it. Back from the dyno, had to throw some tape on it to protect that pretty paint. But drain the oil, drain the coolant. The little fellas are already torn into the motor. We've got the air box out. We're working on getting the ECM mount out so that we can modify it. We are then going to be relocating the EGR cooler to a different, more efficient location. And then on to the rest of the turbo install, which woohoo! So fun, so fast. H&S has provided all the hoses and heat shielding that we need for the coolant reroute Y here, so that we can end up cleaning up this side of the engine, making some room for a downpipe, and moving all that coolant around where it needs to go. We've got a little Y in here that replaces that junction block on the side of the EGR cooler and routes to the outlet behind the alternator on the side of the block, the outlet from the rear of the block, and then the heater core. We'll end up getting those hoses on, getting all the heat shielding in place, pulling them off to the side. Then what we end up doing is putting the ECM mounting bracket back in that we have already cut to end up holding those hoses out of the way so our downpipe has a nice area to travel on it. Here we are, moment of truth. Spent a whole bunch of time getting those coolant lines routed the way we wanted so that they're not going to be affected by the extra heat this compound kit might add with that downpipe being so close. And we're going to pop this sucker on in there, hook up the exhaust. We're not too far off from putting a little fire in it. It's going to be fun. Turbo's installed. We just got done running it to make sure there are no leaks. We're gonna start buttoning up the inner fender liners, get the tires back on. We updated our edge insight with the EAS boost pressure sensor coming off the intake manifold. Primo product, so we can make sure we monitor all pertinent information. And now that, of course, this vehicle is gonna build more boost than the factory sensor can read, we've got a nice resource there to be able to monitor it. Get these tires back on, and now we ride. Install went well. We're back at the dyno, day 2. Now's where the power gets to meet the ground. We'll get you some numbers on what the compound kit just with the 60 horse PPEI tune gets us. I think the owner's pretty happy with it though right now. What do you think? Thumbs up?
Yeah. It's quite a bit of difference. It's definitely a big seat in the feel of the pants difference.
Well, there it is. Just got our first run with this kit. We're gonna do a follow-up. Yesterday we did 271 at the rear wheels. Today we did 357 so far, and the torque curve is where you see the most drastic change. It ends up carrying that power on out almost the full range of the RPM. But whew, round 2, let's see what we get. Well, we're completely happy with it. No change in the tune, 60 horse PPEI tune. Just added the turbo kit, and we got a bump from 271 to 357 at the rear wheels, and that torque curve was increased by 1,000 RPMs. Totally happy with it. EGTs are now manageable, and our friends at Exhaust Solutions, Chad, went ahead and took care of us on the dyno stuff. So if you need any dyno work in Spokane, he's your guy. That's a wrap. Project Patience. It's been a long time coming. We've been working on this H&S Motorsports kit for well over a year, and to get the honor of having Nathan travel on out, bring us his truck, let us use it for the install video, and play around with it on the dyno. It was perfect. I'm happy with how it turned out. It's exactly what I expected out of it. I don't think it's any different than what I explained it would end up being. And without any additional tuning, I think you could be happy with this kit all day long driving it. I'm excited to get your input on how it tows and everything else. I know how it tows for me, but it's good to get other people's opinions. So,
yeah, I can do that. I can keep you posted, and yeah, this is awesome. This is exactly what the exactly what this engine needed. Exactly what the 60 horse tune needed. The EGTs are in that 1200-ish range. We're in 35 to 38 pounds of boost range. Just a very slight haze at wide open throttle. It's a very quiet turbo. You don't have that real high-pitched annoying hiss going down the interstate. All in all, it's an awesome kit. It was well worth the wait, and I'm very excited to go buy some new tires.
If you have any questions on the H&S Motorsports compound kit through Diesel Power Products, give us a call or visit the website dieselpowerproducts.com.